some lights in the sky have been reported by witnesses from different countries in recent days. One of these UFOs could be some strange metallic UFO. What has been happening in the sky for several days?
Section 51.
Hi everyone, what's up guys, DOZgeek here with Section 51. Big thanks again for your support to the channel. As always, first, please hit that like button and share this new video right now to keep supporting Section 51. And don't forget, of course, that it is very important to watch this video until the end. If you are ready, let's start right now. A Chinese man who lives in Bristol, South Gloucestershire, England, was shocked when he captured a few days ago a UFO hovering above his home while playing football with his son. Johnny Chung, 45, said it was the second time he had seen a UFO above his Bradleystoke home since moving from Hong Kong with his family 2 months ago. On Saturday, May the 15th, he spotted a sequence of 6 to 10 moving stars in the sky which he did not believe to be drones. But few days later, the father became extremely excited after finally being able to film the strange object in the sky on Saturday, May the 22nd in the evening.
First time I tried to use my iPhone to capture them, but I couldn't due to how far they were from me. But the second time I filmed it. It's the first time in my life that I have discovered a UFO. I was surprised and even tried to use scientific evidence to convince myself this is not a UFO.
The former fashion design coordinator said at first he thought it was a satellite or the International Space Station, but decided to record it with the hope that others could identify it. Mr. Chung said his 10-year-old son was also excited, but thought it was a metallic plastic bag that had flown away before realizing that it wasn't. The euphoric father was keen to show this footage to a wider audience in case someone could provide an explanation of exactly what he saw that evening. Skeptics will say that these are STARLINK satellites, but honestly, I don't think that's the case. STARLINK satellites generally move in groups and in formation, they form a line. I can say this because I have already seen videos of these satellites and I have also seen them with my own eyes. This video caught my attention because we can see that this object has very strange movements. It sometimes seems stationary, then it goes slowly in one direction, then changes direction again. These are not normal trajectories. Moreover, these moves are independent from the camera shakes, and I don't think that this is a manipulated video. The object appears to be flashing and it is mobile. Its movements have nothing to do with those of a satellite, and I don't know of any flying object that has that kind of trajectory. I don't know exactly how long the UFO sighting lasted, but it is still visible at the end of the video. Another witness in another country for this kind of phenomenon. Russ Anderson had a different experience. He was on his way to work just before 5 a.m. May the 9th when he saw a white flying object in the night sky. He stopped to film it around the intersection of Red Pine Road and 2 Mile Road, just east of Brainerd, Minnesota, USA. Anderson guessed the object passed him going about 30 to 40 miles per hour, traveling about 200 to 500 yards to his north and about 1,000 feet above the forest canopy. Anderson described the object as disc-shaped with a dark border around it, and it was the size of a competitive pool. Anderson believes the object is a UFO, as it also hovered from side to side while changing direction and elevation before disappearing into thin air.
I saw it with my own 2 eyes, and clearly in the video there was no rocket momentum or any other explainable propulsion being used for a craft that big to only go as slow as it did and behave the way it did. It was too close and personal for me to pretend my eyes didn't see what I saw, and my phone captures enough to keep me believing my testimony is real and unexplainable by current aerospace activity.
Anderson called the Brainerd Lakes Regional Airport and Camp Ripley, and staff at both reported no aerial activity at that time from their data in the lakes area. Anderson said he also reached out to a pilot friend who also could not explain how the aircraft was able to stay adrift without enormous amounts of energy expulsion and noise. David Kobilka, a geoscience instructor at Central Lakes College in Brainerd, 100% agreed with Anderson. After watching his video of the white object, his final analysis was it most definitely is a UFO. At the same time, Kobilka said the white object in Anderson's video could possibly be one of the STARLINK satellites. He said the STARLINK satellites are popular and people can look up on its website at findstarlink.com to see where they currently are. Kobilka wasn't able to go back to see if they were over the Brainerd area this past weekend, as it only allows people to go back so far. But planetarium director Brian Wallace at Forest View Middle School in Baxter said there is no question in his mind that the white lights in Anderson's video were the STARLINK satellites.
I'm not exactly sure when the exact launch date happened, but he was probably seeing them on their first or second spin around the Earth. You have to be in the right place and the right time to see any satellites. And once they spread out, then they won't be as condensed, won't be as close. It's nothing of any alien source for sure. But it's pretty coincidental that he was able to capture that on one of the first trips around. That would be pretty cool to see, actually.
But the problem is that Anderson is sure of what he saw, and it had nothing to do with the satellite. Anderson said he was never one to believe in UFOs, but said after this sighting, it tells him there is some technology out there that hasn't been explained to the people yet. He also said if he didn't have the video of the UFO sighting, he never would have said anything about it. So he encourages people to look at the video on a larger screen instead of their smartphones to give them a better view of the object.
You can actually see the borders of the aircraft as it gets perpendicular to my vantage point when it's running directly north of me. And then as it moves farther east and north of me, you can start to see, like I said, a border to it, and then that disappears once it starts to go into, like what I refer to as stealth mode. It completely vanished from thin air. You can also see the rotating revolving mechanism. I was able to clearly see this about 5 times when you blow up the image. It's a little fuzzy, but you will see the gradient of dark revolve around it. Just these little details make it more compelling.
You can watch the full video on his own channel, Russ Anderson. So what are those lights in the sky? Satellites or UFOs? Human or extraterrestrial origins? Have you witnessed the same phenomena during this period? Why so much activity in the sky right now? Is something important being prepared? Or, on the contrary, this activity has been there permanently for years, maybe centuries, and we just start to open our eyes and film what we see happening all over the Earth. After all, it's up to us to take another look at the things around us, to learn to observe and understand what you see. Maybe everything is there before our eyes permanently, but we don't see it. We don't see it because our attention is held by something else, by everyday life and our daily worries. We must learn to rise above all these primary things to hope for this insight, that kind of clairvoyance or awareness. Call it what you want. People may joke about the existence of aliens, while others truly believe they do in fact exist. It's a debate that does not have a definitive answer. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please allow me to remind you that Section 51 is on social networks, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Don't forget to hit that like button and that bell button too. Don't forget to share the video and to subscribe to Section 51. Thank you again. This was DOZgeek with Section 51. I'll be back really soon. Open your eyes, watch the sky, live long and prosper.